What is going on, you brothers? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, back again for yet another classic live stream. First and foremost, press A1 in the channel if you can hear me loud and clear. Mayday, mayday. Can you brothers hear me loud and clear? Pardon me. Press A1 in the channel if you brothers can hear me loud and clear. Mayday, mayday. Mayday, mayday. Can you brothers hear me loud and clear? It's your dude, International Passport. Nate Cali, appreciate you, bro. Mike Lawrence, appreciate you too, brother. Awesome. Conrad Grant, Falcon Black, I see you, bro. Let's get it, man. So I think we're good. We're loud and clear. So, brothers, welcome to another classic live stream. First and foremost, I want to say a huge thank you to the brothers who have supported the channel over the past few years. Your support and your love is greatly appreciated. And of course, welcome to the new subscribers and new viewers. I welcome you with open arms to the International Passport movement. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chats tonight. And of course, make sure you join that Patreon for X-rated and explicit intel on foreign women from different countries. So brothers, let's get straight into it. In this stream tonight, we'll be speaking about Italian woman, or as someone from New York would say, Italian woman. Ain't that right, Tommy-san? Italians.
I've heard it a few times. I've never said it that way, but I've heard it.
Those Italians. It's Italian brothers. All right, Italians. Awesome. So, but we have a very special guest here called Mr. Tommy-san. Mr. Tommy-san, before we go into Italian woman, do you mind giving us a brief introduction about yourself, who you are in America, and why you travel in the first place? But keep it very brief, brother, please.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm based in LA. I'm a designer. I do graphic design, photography. I've been using the hell out of my passport. I've been multiple places in the world. I used to live in Japan, back in America, heading out to Europe next month. And I've had some experience with women.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. So let's get straight into it, brother. Where were you in Italy? What city or cities?
Yeah, so I started, it was a 3-week vacation. This is kind of really big setup any talk today, but I was there with a Japanese girlfriend and we broke up as soon as we got there. We broke up the day, we landed and we were waiting for the bus. I was sick of her and we broke up. So I was free. And then that's what kind of leads to everything. So this trip that we had planned for like a year, we went to Rome. We started in Rome, went to Napoli, went to Capri, went to Pompeii, we went to Firenze, we went to Venezia, and then we went to Milano.
Okay, brother, why did you break up with your Japanese girlfriend on a holiday? What happened there?
God, we didn't really talk about this, but whenever we left Japan, she suddenly seemed to forget English, and her English was really good, but she just kind of made me do all of the talking and all the negotiating. And sometimes it was embarrassing. Like, we had money, but she was asking for discounts on cheap stuff. And I was like, I'm like a slave. That's not why I came out here. So I just got sick of it. Every trip abroad we took, it was like that. And I was like, done. Let's do Italy with just me. So we stayed in the same hotels. We had breakfast together, and then I never saw her again until the next morning, every single day for 3 weeks.
Okay, interesting. All right, thanks for that, brother.
Weird, man.
Brother, I think your voice has become a bit distorted. Are you too close?
Oh, how about now? I think I'm probably too far away. How about now?
Yeah, that's much better. Thank you, brother.
Okay, my bad. I went too far away. My bad.
No problem, brother. Brothers, is our guest very clear? How's his voice, brothers, in the live stream?
Can everybody hear?
Press A2 in the chat if you can hear the guest loud and clear, please. Press A2.
Or you could have won, so maybe. That's a bad sign.
But hey, Buff Kid said that your girl was with him all night.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, freak.
Conrad Grant says too. Okay, after saying it might be me. It might be mine.
Nice.
Okay, awesome, brother. So, brother, my first question to you right now is, and brothers, can we get the super chats flowing in, brothers? Can we get the support flowing in, the love, the cash apps, the super chats, back-to-back classics? Yesterday gave you Japan, earlier this week gave you Indonesian woman. Brother, you got to support the movement. You got to support the channel. So hit the super chats, hit the cash app, and of course, join the Patreon. Please support this powerful movement. We got to get you brothers out of America to stop dealing with those wicked hyenas. Okay. So, Tommy-san, my first question to you is: are the women in Italy checking heavy for brothers?
Ooh, you added that heavy at the end. Now, it was summer break when I went there, so it wasn't super crowded. You know, there was a lot of people out and about, but I think if I think it was enough people to meet around. So
Tommy-san,
hey, I didn't. Hello.
Tommy-san, do me a favor. Can you drop off the stream and call back in? I think your
Yeah,
audio
for sure.
a bit distorted. It must be a connection.
Oh yeah, no worries.
So
All right, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, bro. Just jump off quickly. All right. Sorry, brothers. I was hearing some sort of distort in his voice. Was it just me only? Or could you brothers hear that as well? I just had to make sure that you're getting top-notch experience on this channel. Okay? So please show love. I'm here for you, brothers. I'm here to support you, brothers. I'm here to give you, brothers, the classic intel you need. Okay? Let's see if he's good.
Good now?
Yes, we're much better. Yes.
Or
So are they checking for brothers in Italy, the woman?
all right. So yeah, as I was saying, I was there for summer vacation. I didn't see a lot of. He says now it's coming in choppy. What's going on now?
Hey, brother, your audio's coming in choppy, man.
What's going on?
So what's happened? So when we did the Japan recording, it was perfect. What's going on, brother?
Going
Did
on?
you change something?
I don't
What's
know.
going on?
Hold. Let me check one thing. Hold on 1 second. There's some software I use. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, I'll put you on mute. Okay. Sorry, brothers. I apologize for this. It happens. Okay, it happens. Okay. But how are you brothers doing? Where are you brothers listening in from? So tell me the city and the country you're listening in from on the live stream chat. Let's see how international we truly are, brothers. Okay. Okay, it's loud. I apologize for that, brothers. Okay, I apologize.
How about now?
Yes.
It's better.
Better. Yes.
Ooh, cool.
What happened, bro?
It's I use the software in video broadcast when I stream sometimes, and I had on a wrong mic.
Okay. Yes, much better,
Yeah.
brother. So
That's all it was.
let's start again. Let's roll it back.
Okay.
All right. So
My bad.
the first
Sorry
question I
about
have for you, brother: are Italian women checking for brothers? Yes or no?
All right. So I didn't see a lot of other Black people out there. I saw some Africans that I know there's some African Italians out there, and I don't know if these were like born in Italy Africans or that. I didn't see any other Americans. Again, it's Milan in summertime. I think everybody goes to the south of Italy, so it wasn't like tourist heavy. But from what I saw, all the African guys had some dope Italian girls on their arms with half kids.
What? That can't be right. African dudes. I'm not trying to be offensive here, brothers. Just like how in Germany and in France, African dudes do better than Western brothers. You telling me that in Italy, African dudes are getting played fresh off the boat? African dudes.
Nah, see, now that's what I think they were Italian. I'm sorry, African Italian. I think that's like they have a big issue out there with the Africans that were born and raised there, and they're treated as not Italian. And I think it's that group that I saw because these guys were, speaking Italian just like it was nothing. And I don't know Italian enough to know if they had an accent, but I saw what I saw. These guys they weren't Western. These guys were African.
And you saw them with dime, good-looking Italian women. Wow.
Definitely. Pushing strollers.
Jesus Christ. In Italy, I thought Italy wasn't for brothers. Now you're telling me that brothers are getting paid in Italy? Oh, hold on, brother. So let me ask this right now. How did women treat you directly in Italy as a brother? That's your experience seeing another brother getting played.
Right.
What about you directly? How were you getting played by an Italian woman?
Now, remember, I'm in this weird situation because at the end of every day, I go back to a hotel with a Japanese girlfriend I'm not talking to. So I wasn't like, at the beginning, I wasn't looking. I was out there. I was looking. I'm sorry. I was looking, but not looking to go anywhere because where am I going to go? Like, where am I going to take this girl? Push my girl in another bed while I'm doing what I do? I can't do that. So I wasn't really trying until like maybe when I got to Capri. It's the first time I got to the beach and I saw Italian women in bikinis, and that kind of changed my mind. That's when I was like, all right, I gotta kind of change what I'm doing up. And nothing really went down until I got to Firenze, which was probably, I'd been there already for like a week and a half. So just left Capri Island, went back to Napoli, took a train up to Firenze, and one of my Japanese homegirls that I used to work with, she's in Italy with her Italian fiance at the time. And we're all photographers. So they showed me around the city. We took pictures. I was there for 5, 6 days. And her boyfriend, fiance, he's got this cousin. This girl that studied in California. And she was like up in the Bay Area. I never went to the Bay Area until 2019. That was the first time I ever went to the Bay Area. I'm very, very Los Angeles. So she was talking about stuff from up there, and I don't know anything about Northern California. She's just like, "Are you really from California?" And I'm like, "I'm from the South. Like it's quite far. It's completely different." So we get into this kind of just funny banter of she's kind of making fun of me, saying that I'm not really from California. And we're out taking pictures every day, blah, blah, blah. And one of the days, her cousin and my friend, they had to handle something at the city office, something to do with her visa. So we decided just to go, us two, to go just shoot some pictures. And she packed lunch that day. And I was like, why does girl pack lunch for us to take pictures? You know, we've been out how many days already, and she didn't pack anything. And it was just like bread, cheese, fruit, nothing, you know, there's no meat. It was nothing like too crazy, but I thought it was nice. And I told her like, wow, this is nice. Why did you do this? But like, I'm glad you did this, but hey, we're just taking pictures. She's like, no, no, no. I've been giving you a hard time, making fun of you that you're not from California. So I just thought it's kind of like a peace branch or something like that. So I was like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. And then she told me like, I know this is, you know, we spent the day taking pictures. I don't want to bore you with just pictures, but picture talk. But she was like, you know, today was fun. I know you're leaving Firenze soon, and I made you lunch, but how about like a real Italian dinner? So I thought, whenever I gotta get an Italian woman to make me dinner at her place. So, yep, let's go. Let's go back to your place and then have dinner. So I promised to buy wine and ingredients, and she was going to cook. So she lived a bit far away. We had to catch a train and a taxi to get to her place. But we got there, and like it's the middle of summer, so we took like a cold shower separately. You know, I didn't see anything I wasn't supposed to. And she was just in a t-shirt and some shorts, and I'm in some shorts and a t-shirt. And we were just like chilling around her house while she was cooking. And she put on some music, and she was trying to get me to listen to, what was it? It was some Bay Area rapper. It wasn't obviously it wasn't E40. Who was it? I know she liked, and the Bay Area people are gonna know this. She liked the Pack, and like at that time the song Vans was really big. Well, it wasn't even that big. It was too old for that. But she really liked that song Vans. And she put that on, and she was sitting like shaking her hips and kind of dancing, and I was like, this is really, 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 really dangerous right now. Like, she's sitting here dancing, and I'm trying to like concentrate while she's cooking, blah blah blah. And then she said like, yeah, Little B's in the Pack, or was in the Pack. But she says like, am I doing it like black girls do?
Oh,
And I was like, what? Why do you even need to do it like black girls do? I'm in Italy. You're an Italian girl. I'm like, why the hell did you say that? Sometimes girls say stuff that are just like, you'd be better off just not. You just be better off quiet. And she said that, and I'm just like, she's not even doing anything that require that question. She wasn't like twerking. She was just shaking her hips and, feeling the music. So I was just kind of like, I was trying not to sound too offended. I was just like, all right, yeah, I guess. Sure, you look like some black girl. She's like, really? And I'm like, no, 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 you don't. Like, don't worry about that. Blah, 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 blah. So we start like our little playful banter. We eat the food. The food's dope. We're through like our second bottle of wine. It's getting late. I'm not going to be able to make it back to my hotel with my ex-girlfriend that doesn't talk to me, chilling there. That guy in your chat was with my girlfriend, he said. So he's taking care of her at my hotel. And I'm like, let me stay with this Italian girl. And I was like, yo, do you mind if I crash? And she says, cool. So she sets up her pillows from her couch and makes like a bed with her sheets next to her bed. So we're sitting there and I'm like, am I seriously having like a sleepover? Like, I'm going to be sleeping on the floor and she's in her bed. Like, what the hell is going on with this? So, sorry, I'm trying to self-censor myself. I'm really trying. So we start like, all right, we're going to go to bed, blah, blah, blah. She turns off the lights and I'm just sitting here like, no way. I didn't come all the way over here, get dinner, go through 2 bottles of wine, and I'm having like sleepover, like high school, or not even high school, junior high. So we're sitting there, and then I said something about like Southern California. And then she was like, oh, here you go, talking your mess again. Like, we're about to go to sleep, and you're running off your mouth about Southern California, blah, blah, blah. And we start like laughing, blah, blah, blah. So she asked me to sit with her up on her bed, and she gets some coffee for us, because I guess we're going to spend up more time at night talking. So she gets coffee, we're chatting, and then she's sitting really, really close to me. And I was sitting there just kind of like rubbing her leg, and she was cool with it. I wasn't like going up her thighs or anything. I was just rubbing her knee, rubbing her shin. And we're just chatting, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, want to open up another bottle of wine? I said no. I was like full of wine, full of coffee. She starts calling me like a little B, not the rapper, like B word. She's just joking around. We're just going, we've had that kind of vibe. We're just teasing each other. And she's like, oh, here, I'll tuck you back into your bed. And when she's doing that, I pull her close and start making out with her. So from that point, it just one thing led to another, and we ended up smashing. Woke up the next day, we did it a couple more times, and then she went with me back all the way back to Milan station. She didn't leave the station, so she didn't have to pay money, but she went with me all the way back to the station. And we said our goodbyes.
Damn, bro. Okay.
And that's my friend's fiance's cousin.
Interesting. Great story there. So they are checking for brothers. Okay. Interesting there. So let me ask this, brother, right? Feminism. When you were out there in Italy, was feminism a problem amongst Italian women? I think that's very important. I'm hearing a lot of stories about Italian women from Italian men I know and brothers who are dating Italian women in the UK. The feminism, I don't know. What did you see out there in Italy, bro?
So I think maybe that's once they get to the West, right? Once they get to the UK, once they get to America, that's when usually everything goes downhill, right? But in my experience, it was kind of she expected me to.
Sorry, Tommy-san. Sorry,
hello?
brother. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Brothers, get the likes up right now. Get the likes up right now. Or I'm pausing the stream right now until the likes get to at least 45. Hit the like button. If you have not liked the video already, get the like button up. Or I'm pausing it right now. We gotta stop doing this. You gotta support the channel. Get the likes up to at least 45. Shout out to Moonwalker at 84 for the $199 super chat. Thank you, brother, for the support. Another banger. I see you putting that work in 100%. Thank you, bro. And we got a brother here that appreciates the hard work that I do for you, brothers. Let me tell you how hard it is to work on this channel. It's me reaching out to brothers like Tommy-san, sharing updates that that fit his schedule and my schedule, and brothers like you who watch this video. There's technical issues as well. The mic has to be okay, the sound's got to be okay, everything else, the laptop's got to be working properly. Then we got the editing process as well, chopping videos, uploading videos. A lot of work goes on this channel, me searching for people to come on this channel, making deals. So please support the channel via the super chats and cash out. That's all I ask for. Or at the very least, hit the like button. It's free. Likes are absolutely goddamned free. Okay, please
$3.99.
hit the like button. It's not hard. It's not charging you money to hit the like button. Please support the channel. Okay, let's carry on, brother. Sorry, bro, about feminism.
Oh, you're all good, man. No, I was just reading the chat, and Buff Kid had a good point about they cook and clean. Now, I didn't get the cleaning part, but I got firsthand that cooking part, and I can vouch for that. I can eat that
Let's
every
speak
day.
about feminism, brother. And brother,
Yeah. My bad.
If anyone mentions a question and in the live stream chat, they've got a super chat, cash out their question, then we can
True.
speak on that, brother. So, brother, speak about
For
feminism
sure.
in Italy, bro.
Yeah, so again, I think they're just a little bit more conservative. Like when she invited me to go to her place and cook, she knew I had to buy something. She wasn't expecting me to not do something, right? And that's, as we spoke before, that's kind of against my rules, but I was like, I don't think anything's going to happen if I don't. And again, it wasn't breaking the bank. And I didn't, so she had that kind of gender role, like she's going to cook for me and I'm going to pay for that ingredients for this date night, whatever you want to call it. I didn't get to talk to her long enough to really go any deeper beyond that. But I mean, I know she kind of wanted to be treated like a woman, and me as a man, I had to take care of things financially for that moment.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, bro.
Hmm?
Are Italian women good looking on average, bro, in your opinion?
So, of course, like everywhere, there's some overweight women, and that's gonna always, people will remember that before they remember, anything else. But I never, ever had an opinion on Italian women until I went there. I never met any Italian women in LA. I know Italian American women who just never really did it for me. There's a lot of Latinas in LA that do way better than Italian American women, but in Italy, it was a whole other story. It was just, I say, I was like breaking my neck, looking left and right at the few girls that were in the cities during the summer break. They were looking really good, and it's just you have tall girls, you have short girls, the blonde girls, or they dye their hair blonde. The girls with the light eyes, you've got thicker girls, you've got skinny girls, girls with tattoos and different color hair. You've got options.
Okay, brother. Body wise, what are they packing body wise? Do they have curves? A little bit of
Yes.
back. Okay, speak on that, bro.
The food treats them well. I never really saw any like skinny Italian women unless they were like the gym type. Like you'd see them in their gym clothes, maybe just going from the gym to the station or whatever they're doing, walking home. And sometimes you'd see them and you'd see some girls that were a bit more fit, but I'd say on the average, they have curves in the good sense. Not that kind of like sense where your friends say, I like curvy girls, and you look at them, you're like, no, that's a heavy girl. Like that's fat. The sense where it's like, okay, like you'll look back a lot. You'll look back a lot as girls walk by you.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, bro. If you have any questions, cash up and super chat your questions, please. Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. Shout out IP and guest, another classic stream. Fam, love to you as well, brother. Take it easy, brother. Appreciate your support for the channel as always. Hall of Fame member Patreon member too, Mr. Conrad Grant. Thank you, bro. So, brother, next question I have for you right now is, okay, when you're in Italy, were you communicating in English, or do we have to know Italian to speak to Italian women?
So this is funny. So obviously I speak, or at the time I spoke English, Japanese, and I had studied Spanish for 5 years before I even went to Japan. And that Spanish was coming into use a lot in Italy because there's similarities. So sometimes I would hear a word or a phrase that sounded familiar, and I was able to get the point across. There was a point where I went to laundromat when I was in Milan, and I put my clothes in, they didn't dry. And this Italian guy came up and he was asking me what's wrong in Italian, and I don't know how to say it. But in Spanish, I said, es frío, es muy frío. And he understood me. He took my clothes out, put it in another dryer, paid for it, walked off, and my clothes got dried. And I used Spanish. It wasn't even Italian. So I do not speak Italian. I probably never will.
Okay, so when communicating with Italian women, was it Spanish? Was it a mixture of
All
Spanish and
English.
English, or all English?
All
Okay.
English. Yeah, all English, and they were just, I had to be patient because if their English was bad, it was really slow. If like my friend's boyfriend's cousin, her English was pretty good. The one that was up in the Bay Area, her English was good. She had a slight accent, but she can speak at least at like a native speaker speed. But other girls, they speak a bit slower with a heavy accent. You know, it made me wish I spoke Italian because I felt bad for them having to try to what their junior high or high school English, whatever. But it was all English, typical American for me.
Okay, thank you, brother. Shout out to Chaos Johns for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Chaos Johns. Much appreciation for you, brother. Thank you for the support. Thank you, brother. Brother, next question for you is: are Italian women submissive?
In bed, right?
I mean, in general. So, submissive in terms of them submitting to your command and authority, letting the man lead the household, rubbing your back, rubbing your toes, putting lotion all over your body.
Actually, it's funny that you break up the rubbing back thing because that did happen, but from a girl that was like ordering me around in her place. Like, don't put the toilet seat up. And like I was just there to smash, and she was like ordering me around, but she did give me a back rub. So that girl wasn't submissive for the most part, but she was definitely trying to make me like feel comfortable at her place.
Okay, interesting. But in general, what you've seen and heard when you're in Italy about Italian women, would you say in general that they're submissive women or not? Because my woman has to be submissive if I want to marry her. Yeah, I can deal with a woman that's not submissive, but I'm definitely not wifing her up. If I want to wife her up, she's got to be submissive. She got to put lotion on my body, lotion my lotion my arm, lotion my legs.
Give you a
rub my
wave check.
rub my toes, brush my hair, get the waves in order.
Now that I don't know. Here's the thing that I've heard is that, and this is I've heard it from Italian American friends too, that girls in the South will treat you like that. I hear that's a big thing. It's girls in the South are going to be a lot more traditional. They're going to be a lot more of exactly what you're talking about. Whereas in the North, where there's more money, like if you get to Milan, there's more money, the economy's a bit better. You're going to get a little bit more stuck-up girls who might be like more westernized, who think they're too good for this because of this and that. But yeah, like I actually like a girl that will talk crap back to me, and I got that from the Italian women. I heard them mouthing off at boyfriends at stations or at restaurants or on the street, and I like that.
You like that, bro? That's disrespect, man. Mouthing off,
but then you go in the bedroom and you let it all out. I think it's just a game. It's just them trying to like, I don't know. I don't know what their motivations are, but it's never that serious. And then you get them back home and it's a different story.
Brother, I'm sorry, brother. I want to drill down on southern Italy and southern Italian women. What do you mean by that? Is that Naples? Is that in Milan? Where's southern Italy? And you're telling me so?
I
It seems to me that brother's got to target that area of Italy to get the woman that we want. But break it down for us to what that is. Where is that?
Now remember, I'm not super knowledgeable about even what that means, but I know Sicily is like you can't get further south, so obviously Sicily takes it. But then Sicily has that weird, it's Italy, but it's not Italy type vibe, it seems, where yes, it is Italy, it's a part of Italy, but like the culture and everything is just so different.
Hmm.
But I do know some of the more, what is it, Terra? I forgot. I'm really bad with my Italian geography, but a bit further south of Naples is what I hear is the official south of Italy.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Brothers, get the likes up, please. Can we keep the likes and the view ratio mirror? Can they mirror each other, please? So if you have not liked this video, please like the video. And brothers, like Nate Cali said, let's get some more super chats in the chats, brothers. Support this movement. Support this powerful movement. I have touched upon over 50 countries for you brothers to choose from. I am literally saving a lot of you brothers' lives from dealing with these horrible hyenas in America, in the UK, and the goddamned West. Okay, so please support this movement. Brother, next question to you is, are Italian women feminine? So, let me tell you what I mean by a feminine woman. A woman that
Okay.
takes care of herself, is hygiene, is girly, likes doing her nails, likes to shave, likes to act like a girl, act very pretty. Basically, a Japanese woman, as to what you saw in Japan, those feminine girly types. Can I find that with Italian women?
I think so. I lots of just dressing to impress, and they're just out with their friends going around to go shop, they're going around walking around Rome in sandals, but they've got like a nice sundress on, they've got their makeup done well and their hair done right. Like I didn't see and there's a certain age, I guess, when they get to like 60 or 70 when they just give up, but before that, like you said, that's actually a good point. It reminds me of Japanese women where they just dress and impress just to walk across the street.
Hmm. Okay. Brother, let me throw over to you a scenario, okay?
Sure.
So I jump in the shower, and then obviously I've got the shower hose, water's pouring over me, okay, with the water, and then my girlfriend comes in, and then she gets to the sponge, she puts soap on the sponge and starts scrubbing me, putting soap all over my body and rinse my body, right? Can I get that from an Italian
Right.
woman? Can they bathe me when I want to be bathed by a woman? When I want a woman to just put her hand all over me, wash me, all that stuff. Kiss me when I'm being washed.
Man, man, you're trying to get me to like, you're incriminating me, man. There's some cameras on here. Here's my thing. I think you could make a woman do that, dude. I don't know. I think you can make a woman from any country do that for you. I really, really think so. But obviously, things like here in LA, maybe New York City, maybe London, girls are going to be too good for that. But I I would say yes. I would say yes. An Italian woman would probably. I think there's multiple Italian women who've probably done that in their life.
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Kenny Peoples for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Kenny, for the support. Much love to you, brother, for the super chat. Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me. Thank you, man. Next question for you, brother, is, you know, having the option. Basically, I'm pushing my brothers on the platform to be more polygamous, have different women, have a main chick and a
Yes.
couple of side chicks. To me, I think you're
Yes.
doing yourself a disservice if you're only dealing with one chick. Brothers, I am of the
They're
opinion
not
that
married.
I want you brothers to lie to your girlfriends and your wives. I know this is you're thinking IP. What? Brothers, you need to have side chicks. Right? I want to push you brothers to have different girlfriends, but don't allow them to have different boyfriends. But you can have different girlfriends because you're a man, and men and women are different. Okay? Even if it means lying and cheating on your girlfriend and wife, have a side chick or couple side chicks. Brother, if I was to date an Italian chick and I told her, hey baby girl, I want to have another girlfriend on the side as well, or two other girlfriends on the side. Would she find would there be a problem with her accepting that?
From the stories I've heard, I have a really good Indian friend in Tokyo who's married to an Italian woman. I'd say no. From the stories I've heard,
Oh, so they're
that's
happy.
probably going to go terribly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're going to
Hmm.
be upset. Like they're going to claim you, and they're going to want you, and they're not going to want
Okay,
to share you.
so we have to do it behind their backs.
I'd guess so. But then if you get caught, I wonder what their uncles are like. You never know what uncle's job back in the day was.
Good fellas, hey?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to wake up with the horse head in my bed
Jeez,
for a girl. Hell no.
Lord. Despite that, brothers, if it means going behind their back, go behind their back and get another girlfriend and get a couple side chicks. 2022, we're not dealing with a single chick. So the scenario is have a Japanese girlfriend, have a Brazilian side chick, have a Denmark side chick, have a South Korean side chick, and do what you want with them. Whether she knows or don't know, have options. Okay. Shout out to the
And
Field
that way,
View.
when they
What's
make
up?
the oh my bad.
Go on, bro.
I was gonna say that way, if they ever make a Netflix special about you, none of these girls could communicate since none of them speak the same language. So, like the Tinder swindler, everybody spoke English, but if you just keep it diversify your little plans that you have on the side, they can't talk to each other.
Facts, facts. Shout out to the Field View for the $20 super chat. Thank you, brother, for the support, Mr. The Field View, legend in this passport movement. This year, we've been speaking a lot. This brother's a good dude. Thank you, brother. My new passport coming soon, IP. Yes, I'm ready for it. While I was in Japan, I met Italian women. Okay, they were always showing me love. Italian women are in Japan. Okay. I never pursued, but they were nice. Big ups to my brothers in the chat, guest and TUIP. Thank you, brother. Please call in later on in the stream when I open up the phone lines to Field View to speak about Italian women in Japan. I never knew that. Did you come across any Italian women in Japan, Tony-san?
Of course, there's women from every country in Japan. It's people wouldn't think that. It's 99.9% Japanese, but that there's so many people that 0.1% is a lot of people, and you can find whatever you want in Tokyo. In Tokyo, and probably other cities too, but I was a Tokyo kid.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, brother. Um, all right, brother. Uh, Let me now ask you a different question now. Um, hmm. I want to ask you about their nature in terms of how they think politically and whether they're conservative or liberal. Are they conservative women, Italian women, or are they liberal women by heart?
I think because of a lot of them are Catholic, so a lot of them are going to be conservative. But whenever you have a culture that's that strict and like quote unquote less free, I think you're going to get those rebels. You're going to get those girls that don't want to be um, like that. They don't want to be going to Catholic school, and I don't know. I don't know anything about Catholicism. I'm agnostic. I don't know anything about Catholicism, but they're going to be probably way more conservative. And I think if you're going to get the more liberal they'll get, like for Italian women, you're going to start running into how westernized they are.
Hmm. Yes.
So I think you'll get like they'll be more Americanized, they'll be more British, they're going to be more feminist the more liberal they are.
Mm. And that's the
That's what I
problem
think
I've
would
not.
happen.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed in the West and also abroad as well. Um, women who are progressive, who are liberal, they're more likely to check for brothers. All right, they're more
Oh
likely
yeah.
to give brothers play, marry a
Oh
brother,
yeah.
smash a brother. But the thing is, right, it's a double-edged sword because yeah, she's giving you play and she's a liberal, but it also comes with feminism. It also comes with agreeing with the alternative lifestyle. Even though what I'm talking about, I'm trying to keep it PG and cold-worded, brother. Alternative lifestyle. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm
Agreeing with
assuming.
all these other crazy stuff, and that's why I've noticed. And that's why I want to start dating more conservative women. But it seems like conservative women, they don't check for brothers. Is that a
Yeah.
misunderstanding? Or no?
See,
Is that true or is that wrong?
now here's what I'll say. I could say in America and Japan, conservative women were very similar. Like you said, their worldview is very, very narrow. They don't care about anything outside of their country, so they want somebody from their country because they know everything about their country. They want to keep those cultures and everything alive. So I can imagine, like with Italian women, we'll get that. But then I see girls in Tokyo. I've seen girls out in LA. I've seen girls in Italy that, again, you could tell by their hairstyle. They've got green hair, purple hair, blue hair,
Mm,
tattoos, piercings, and they're not all just like marching down the street for women's rights. You know, some of them just want to look like that. That's their way to
okay.
rebel against their country's culture. You know, now that they're in America, they're free. They can do whatever they want.
Okay.
I
But
think they
obviously,
could be
brother,
turned. I think they could be turned.
yeah, because I want a conservative woman, man. I want her to be a God-fearing conservative woman, not on that liberal nonsense. Break down the patriarchy nonsense. Men are responsible for everything. Now, I was hearing that new Kendrick Lamar album the other day, and then he's talking
I've been
about
on it. I
how
think listen number 6 right now.
you heard the album, his new album.
Oh, I'm on listen number 6. Like I had to stop on my 6th listen so we can do
Yeah,
this. I'm
it,
I'm right across the street from Compton, man. I've got to listen to Kendrick.
he's on that liberal feminist nonsense, and I don't want to deal with that with a woman, you know. Yeah, I'll smash, but I don't want to wife that up. Um, so it's a shame. So let me ask this right now, brother. Right, if I was to take a conservative Italian woman, no, sorry, or an Italian woman, right, to
Mm.
America, will she change her ways to American customs and cultures? Would she start becoming feminist, dye her hair pink, blue, blonde, whatever stupid color there is, start spewing out some feminist BS?
I think if you cuffed her back home the way she was, which is the way you wanted her, and you brought her back to your country, I don't think she can stray that far. Because I mean, you guys are going to be together most of the time anyway. Who's she going to pick it up from?
Mm,
And I would say if she's not, and you want a conservative girl, if she's not going out clubbing and meeting loud ratchet girls, she's not gonna she's not gonna change.
mm,
And I think like here's the one thing I'll say. I don't think I meet a lot of Italian women in LA because I party a lot and I just don't see them. I don't think they're really out here partying. I meet German, English, French, tons of Asian women from Asia in LA all the time. But I have not met any Italians at a party now that I think about it. So maybe they
mm.
are like more conservative.
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Matt Battle for the $99 super chat. Thank you, Matt Battle, for the support. Much love to you, brother. I heard that they're more liberal in the north and more traditional in the south, and that they're all about family, which to me is a huge plus. Okay, looks like I'll be targeting southern Italian women, and I think they're more good looking than northern Italian women, right? I think they're more darker. Are
Yeah,
they?
you'll
Aren't they,
get
brother? Hmm.
yeah, I think you'll get like you get more sun down there. You've got more beaches, so you're gonna get them on a beach all the time. They're definitely like kind of like Cali, where they'll go to the beach a lot, get into their bikinis, head to the beach, sunbathe. I think that's kind of a really big thing in the south, whereas in the north, you start getting closer to Switzerland and Germany, it's too cold, no beaches. So whenever you're close to a beach, you're gonna get those darker women, which I love on South European women.
Hmm. Let me ask this, brother. Body count is also very important to me. I can't do the high body count check. In your opinion, do Italian women have low body counts? And can I find a virgin in Italy?
I think so. Now, none of the girls that I was with were virgins, but I also don't think they had a high body count. While we did hook up, it kind of felt like they were in a period in their life where they were kind of stepping out of their conservative, I didn't mean to say conservative, like more Catholic bubble. Like maybe they're outside of their country for the first time and they want to be like a little bit wild because mom and dad are back home. So I think that kind of makes those kind of girls different compared to like in Italy, where I think they'll just be a lot more conservative.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. I
Okay.
think the ones that leave won't be as traditional.
I see. Okay, thank you, brother. Interesting. Let me ask this right now, brother. Did you hear the N-word use towards you or out in the open in Italy?
No, but
Oh God.
oh, you brought this up. So when I was in Firenze, I in Florence, I was near I don't know the name of the Duomo, the main dome in the middle of the city. And there's this guy doing like a puppet show, and there's just a bunch of people around, and there's this homeless woman going around asking people for money. And I'm 6'1". I'm a big guy, and I'm like built. Like I look like a big football player, but I always have a smile on my face. So this woman like came up to me and she asked me for something. So I gave her some money. Like I gave her 1-2 euros. It wasn't anything much. And she gets it and she's starting to tell me thank you. Thank you. She's saying grazie, grazie, grazie mille, grazie tanto. And she kind of looks up at me for the first time and I think she said like, wow, you're big or something like that, right? And then I heard the word, I can't, maybe there's a Italian word, but I heard her say gorilla. And I was
God.
just like, I just gave you money and you're now calling me a gorilla. And she was like laughing and
Jesus.
she just kind of like laughed and walked away. And I'm like, I just gave you money and you're sitting here calling me a gorilla.
Jesus. I really.
So, but now I think that's like racism light. Like I laughed. Like she also said "Mamma Mia" like Mario did, and I was like, Italians really say "Mamma Mia"? And then she said it was just this weird 2-minute exchange that kind of took my brain to this weird place. But one thing I have heard is that Nazism and fascism is starting to get big in Italy. And there's an actual political party that has got a lot of votes that's quite fascist and quite Nazi leaning. So if these people are in power and they're getting votes, there's people that are, supporting of that. There's people that are out there racist. But what I always say, every nation's most racist people are going to be men. It's rarely the women that are going to be racist towards you.
Okay, interesting.
In my experience.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you, bro. How should men dress out there in Italy? Can I come through wearing, Echo jeans, Sean John jeans, with some Cameron Dipset pink hat and some furs, with some gold chains, gold teeth, and maybe have have an Echo shoes or G Unit sneakers. Can I come out there doing that, or how do we dress out there in Italy, bro? That will attract women towards us.
I think you really have to if it's not too hot, you mean for like a night out, or just you're on a street, you're talking about day game, you're talking about I might meet a girl at the cafe, I might meet a girl at a bar, or like I'm going out to a club with the homies and we're picking up girls. Which one are you?
I would say out both actually. So a normal
Both,
day
okay.
and going to nightlife as well. So break it down for us, bro.
So normal day, I'd say dress for the weather. I went in summertime and I never saw a single guy that was like dressed up nice. They were in shorts, they were in like a t-shirt or a tank top or something light, and they were chatting up girls that they would see on the street. Here's where I dress really. I'm Cali. I'm casual, and when I got to Milan and I saw these African and Italian or African guys, they were dressed extremely well, like slacks, nice Italian shirts. It didn't look expensive, but it was nice. And like, you know how they, what do you call those, like boat shoes with no socks?
Yes.
They had their black
Yep.
glasses on. They were looking dope. And something that you can tell they are not American. Like I felt way underdressed. And then I went shopping and
Yeah.
up my game. But yeah, I think you gotta, if you're in Milan, if you're like looking to go out, the Italian men do it up, but then the African men are out there doing it up as well. And that's your competition. You know, a
Damn.
white dude is never gonna, you can't compete with that, or they can't compete with you. But another black guy who knows how to dress out there, that's where the competition is. And those African guys are dressing sharp.
Damn. So the African dudes are on point in Italy. Interesting.
They know the rules.
Hmm.
They're home.
Yeah. It's interesting. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
What would you say are common bad things you've noticed amongst Italian women across the board? It could be attitude, it could be rudeness, it could be back talk. Any common things that are bad about Italian women that you've noticed across the board?
So I will get the big one out of the way. They age terribly.
Oh,
They will look. You can get some that are like, you get your Monica Bellucci's that look, she's almost 60 and she's still gorgeous. But a lot of women are not Monica Bellucci. They hit 40, they hit 30 and just start looking rough, like rough. That's not me barking. That's not a DMX impression. They look rough. And I've not, there's not a lot of other women that I say, besides like white American women, that I say that about. That's a big one. The talking back thing, I think, is kind of, that's like top three. What is an Italian person? The women are doing it, the men are doing it. So I think you're going to get that. And when you get any type of so like South American, South European, you're going to get jealousy and insecurity.
interesting.
That's going to tear
Brother,
you down.
okay. Did you get any hatred from the men in Italy? Or did you see any Italian men showing hatred towards black men who had Italian women?
Now, the black guys that I saw with Italian women were sometimes with like, there were guys in a group, so I don't know if it was like a brother of the girl or a cousin or something like that, and they were just getting along fine. One thing that always trips me out, and this is, I see this in Europe, and it always just puts a smile on my face. But I like when I see a group of kids of whatever country I've been in, and there's like a couple African kids, and they're just they're just homies. It's not because he's black and they're white, they're French or this or that. And I saw that quite a bit in Italy. They're just teens screwing around, pushing each other, and looking at girls and grabbing each other to like turn their body to look at girls on the street. And I just saw them getting along, but there's a point in life where that changes. Once that black kid starts getting girls, those kids might not be hanging around like that anymore. So I didn't see it like anything bad. I just saw them buddy and hanging out because they probably were classmates at school together, grew up together.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, bro. Um, let's see what other questions I have. What's the ratio of women to men in Italy? Is it more women than men, or is it more men than women, or 50-50?
I'll say this, at the beach in Capri, it was like 90% women. That was amazing. That was really good. And I think that's what they do. They go down to Capri to get their Instagram pictures and hang out at like clear water beaches. Walking around towns, I saw a lot of like groups of guys that you could tell they were probably out looking for girls. Um, a lot of like groups of like 5, 4 guys. And they're usually like, you could tell they're drunk. I don't know if they were like going to or from a sports game, but or they were just walking around the city just enjoying the weather. But I no bad looks, no. I didn't see anything. I know it exists. I see it on the news, but I didn't see anything when I was there.
Okay. What about cold approaching? In Italy, did you cold approach, or did you use the dating apps at all?
So dating apps for me are like my, what do you call it? It's like my fishing net. They're just there when I'm like, they work when I'm not working. I love street pickup. I love cold approaching. That is like a game for me. And in Italy, I found it quite, the girls were quite open if you walk up and approach them to at least just chat. And it was pretty, obviously dependent on the girl, like to get a phone number, or not a phone number, to get a WhatsApp so you can talk from that point, or maybe make plans for later on, a couple days later or something like that. Like again, depending on the girl, but it happened. But I found that there wasn't, and this is like something that in LA I'm used to, and in Japan as well. Like if you approach a girl, they stop and their face is kind of like WTF, like why are you talking to me? In Italy, I felt it was more warm, like, hey, who's this guy?
Okay. And how did you do your cold approach? How did you open? What was your opening statement? Did you compliment them what they're wearing? How did you go from there to get the number? What was the whole process in you doing the cold approach, during the cold approach, and after the cold approach?
So I I have this friend in Japan who's not, it's this Mexican guy from New York. He's not really popular with girls, and then he's one of those guys that watches a lot of those pickup videos. And I remember watching this video with him, and this guy would go up to random women and go like, "Hey, beautiful, like I'm new in town, like I'm visiting." And I thought that was so corny, and that's just something I've never really been about. But I'm really, really about just paying attention to the situation and acting on something random that happens. So for example, I don't speak or read Italian. I'm at a store. I'm buying a gelato. And a girl asked me if I need help because I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know ananas because that's pineapple in like every language besides English. And I was like, I know that's pineapple gelato, but I don't want pineapple gelato right now. And I'm just sitting there looking, and a girl will just come up and ask me if she can help. And then at the end, I'll get my ice cream. I'm like, hey, let me get you one because you didn't. More times than not, this is not just Italy, but twice this happened. They didn't let me buy it because they already had one. Right? They're already in the shop. They already have it. But then we just start chatting. It's hot. I'm sweating my butt off. I've got sweat dripping on my head. So we talk about it. She says like, "Oh, there's fountains all over Italy that you can get water from. That's been there since the Roman Empire." So I always had girls telling me like, "Oh, the water's clean. Don't worry, it's not dirty water. Like you should go." Many people just fill up their water and then just start talking to them about the city. Girls love talking about themselves, but I feel like if you are a foreigner in another country, women love talking about their country, and especially the city that they're from or that they live in. And then from there, it's just like you don't just leave after having a 5-minute conversation. Hey, you want to go grab a drink? You want to go grab lunch? You want to go grab dinner? And it worked.
Nice. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears, Hall of Fame member, for the $25 super chat. Jeremy Sears is always supporting the stream with dollars. Trust me, bro, it means a lot to me. Thank you very much, Jeremy Sears. Always supporting the channel with every stream. This brother always donates, and a much love to you, Jeremy Sears. I know that my content is definitely getting through to you, and it's definitely helping you for you to be able to support every stream. So thank you, bro. And brothers, let's follow his lead, support the movement, support the channel, join the Patreon, hit the Cash App, hit the super chats, and support the channel. Make sure you like this video, so on and so forth. Once again, thank you, Jeremy Sears. Much love to you, bro. So I've got 2 more questions for you, but before I open up the phone lines. How was the nightlife over there in Italy? Did you use that to also get women, and was it good in general?
It was dead. It was so dead, like embarrassingly bad dead. It was mostly guys, or I I went to this club, quote unquote club. It's not like a club. It was a bar that had a tiny dance floor in Milan this one night, and I think there was like 20 guys and maybe 3 women in there, and none of them were like attractive, and no guys were talking to them. You could tell all of the guys were just kind of like, why are we here like during summer break, like in Milan? They should have been down in the south, and I should have been down in the south. But per our previous conversation, I told you about that app Scout. That's where I met some Italian guys. We shared a couple drinks, and they told me about that app Scout. So I got intel, but my experience with like the nightlife, it was really bad during summer. Don't go in August.
When do we go to Italy, in your opinion?
Ooh. So I think they're right when they get back, or no, maybe right before summer break, they'll have more money. So you're going to get people out and about, shopping. But I think right now, Europe is just opening up. So I think you're going to get a lot of people that are just going to be out. I think now is just a great time to go anywhere. And summer's just about to creep up.
Let me ask this, brother. STD and STI rates in Italy, are they high? Did you hear any stories about the woman being infected by a lot of STIs? In general, are they clean women, especially in regards to STD and STIs, bro?
Now, this I don't really know. I do know the Italian women from Italy that I've been with have always asked for me to use a condom. Every single one. And I guess if I can go from that sample pool, that I hope and I guess that they're at least thinking about being that protective for themselves. And I think just being a Catholic conservative nation, for the most part, maybe pregnancies will be high and STDs will be low.
Okay.
That's just like statistics, though.
How seriously do Italian women take religion?
Yeah, they're going to church on the weekends. They will pray before meals. I don't know what you call that. Like, they'll have crosses in her house. One of the girls, when I went to her house, she would like do a Hail Mary when she would pass it just once. But the fact that she would do that means that she's taking it very serious. Like, as religious as Americans are, I don't think they're that. Nah, I don't know. I don't know any people that are that religious. I can't say that. That wouldn't be fair. But I don't know. I feel like it's a bit more in America. I'm sorry, in Italy than America, as far as how religious they are.
Awesome. And last question, brother, is should brothers travel alone to Italy or in a group?
Ooh. I saw a lot, like when I was in Rome. Rome was the first place I went, so I think vacation hadn't fully started. So I saw the most people in Rome. I saw a lot, like I told you, like earlier, I see a lot of girls just roaming the streets, and you have like the guys roaming the streets. And I think it's always going to be better if you've got a wingman, because they're walking around in 3s and 4s and 2s. I rarely saw an Italian woman just by herself. So I think, I mean, if you're fine by yourself walking up to a group of 3 or 4 girls, going by yourself is fine. You're rarely going to find like a girl by herself, though.
I see. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Brother, this has been a fantastic stream so far. Thank you very much, brother, for the intel down. And one more question as well, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What were the best places, in your opinion, to meet Italian women? Was it parks? Was it you know, maybe at art galleries? What's the best place, in your opinion, brother, to meet Italian women?
I would say, like in the shopping areas, because a lot of shopping areas have places to get food and just chill. In Capri, like Capri's an island south of Naples, there's a lot of roadside just places to get food, and also like beachside places to get a Capri salad or a Capri sandwich or something. Caprese salad or caprese sandwich. And people are just they're drinking, they're just hanging out there, and that's, I think, is a great place to chat up people. The minute somebody hears you have an American accent or a British accent, for me, having an American accent, and a lot of people are able to pick out I have a California accent, that usually is what starts a conversation. Why are you here? Why are you in Italy? Why are you in this place? And I just feel like there's more people in the shopping street areas where I went, and I really want to go like to a music festival or something like that. That's like my favorite place to meet women, and I never got to do that when I was in Italy. So I really, really just think the city streets, wherever
Okay.
there's food.
Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Nate Kelly for the £2.21 cash app. Thank you, brother. He says, need you to support IP channel tonight, brothers. Yes, indeed, brothers. Please support the channel. As you can see, you gotta support the movement, brothers. Okay, time is money. It's right now in the UK. It's 3:50 a.m. And I do my streams this late just so brothers in America, it suits you, brothers in America, in terms of the time zone. So make sure you support the channel. The less you support, the less time I'll spend on the channel. So this stream is only going for 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'll be watching the next 5, 10 minutes, and 20 minutes. If I ain't getting enough support, I'm going to end the stream early, because there's no point in me doing 5 hours, 4 hours, and you're not supporting. You got to support the movement. Support. Okay. So before I open up the phone lines, is there anything else you want to add in that you want to touch upon regarding Italian woman, good or bad, Tommy-san?
Yeah, I kind of want to just go back a little bit and just going back to what you were just saying right now, as far as like people supporting you and what the movement is, and your name, the international passport. Being a Black American with a passport puts you in a different category amongst Black men in America, let alone being abroad. Like you can go spend a weekend like nowhere in Canada, nowhere in Mexico. We're attached to that, but like you spend a weekend anywhere in Europe and you go back to your hometown and tell a girl you were there, you are now that much more interesting. So not only are you going abroad and you're having and creating your stories, you're going out and meeting women, and I think meet men. Men lead to women. Men have friends and cousins, like I explained earlier, but go out and get those stories and come back and share them, because it just makes you that much more valuable. You look like somebody who sees the world. And a lot of Americans don't. Look at the percentages of Americans with passports. Then think about the Black men with passports. And like you said, get that movement up. We need more representation.
Absolutely. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Fine.
Hey, thank you, brother. Great monologue there, brother. So, brothers, as you can see, I posted a link to my Facebook group. So, feel free to send your invite to the Facebook group. Remember, if you should be a part of the Patreon, if you want to get into the Facebook group and the Discord server as well. So make sure you join the Patreon. Here is a link to my Twitter page. So follow me on Twitter, send me a DM on Twitter. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to know updates on the channel, you'll find out on the Twitter. Okay. Here's a link to my Patreon as well, brothers. Make sure you join the Patreon. I'll be dropping either South Korea explicit version, or no, I'll be dropping Japan explicit version next week, or a different country. So make sure you join the Patreon diamond tier for that. I'm also on Instagram as well, brothers. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram if you want to reach out to me. I'll get back to you as well, brothers. So there's a link to my Instagram, brothers. Okay. And last but not least, brothers, the Cash App is open 24/7. So please support the movement by the Cash App. Like I told you, YouTube takes a 30% cut of all and every single super chat. Cash App doesn't. So please support the movement by Cash App. If not, super chats are great as well, brothers. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Please, let's get the likes up. If you have not liked this video, please like the video. Please support the movement, and we'll go on from there. Okay, and please be respectful to our guests, or you will be punished for that. Okay, we're all adults here. Shout out to Mr. Matt Battle for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Matt Battle, for your support. Much love to you, brother. It means a lot to me. Support the movement, brothers. Yes, indeed. IP is putting in work till very late hours to help you guys. Yes, indeed, man. You know, a lot of work. Because if my streams are early, or any earlier or any later, brothers won't be able to call in to ask the questions they want to ask, or have a discussion in the live stream chat. You know, I sacrifice a lot of my time to make sure things go smoothly. And the more time I spend, the less support I get. Means that I'm going to keep my streams short and succinct. So right now, the stream's probably only going to be 1 hour 30 minutes. You know, so only 15 minutes left until the support increases. So get the likes up, hit the super chat, hit the Cash Apps. It will be a very early stream, because I'm done with doing 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, and brothers ain't supporting. That's not how it works, man. Time is money. I got things to do, and if you don't want to support, then there'll be less time on the streams. So that's going to be now in the future. Flip it. All right. Call in, brothers. God damn, man. What a day. Let me get some water real quick, brothers, okay? Give me 1 second, Mr. Tommy-san.
Yeah, we're all good, man.
Tommy-san.
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 Don't make me start speaking Japanese. 元気だよ。日本語話せますか？話せる？
何？
日本語話せますか？分かってないでしょ。
Why you speak in a Japanese accent? Speak American, you know.
I know, man. I can't speak Japanese. はじめまして。どうぞよろしく。
はじめまして。名前は
私の名前はトミさんです。
どこ出身？
出身はアメリカです。
アメリカのどこ？
アメリカのカリフォルニアです。
はい。よろしくね。
What are we doing? よろしくね。You're ready for Japan, man. You're ready.
Oh, man.
I can't believe we just did that. That's funny, man.
Oh,
that's
man.
Funny.
Oh, I thought I dropped the calling link. Hey, sorry, apologize, brothers. I thought I did. Hold on. Let me pen it real quick. Call in. Sumimasen, gomenasai. Brothers.
Yeah, learn languages. That's gonna get you the natives. You don't have to be fluent, just enough. They'll help you. They love to help you with their language. Everybody, every woman.
Why is the calling link not popping up? I've got some connection issues. Sorry, brothers. Hold on. I've got some really bad internet. I'm on that AOL internet time plan.
The dial-up.
Netscape.
If mom calls you, your whole stream dies.
beep, beep, beep.
Traumatized from that. I'm gonna make an album like Kendrick just to complain about that. Dial up.
Hey, what do you think about that new Kendrick album so far? You're on track 6.
Oh no, I've listened to both albums 6 times.
Okay, and what do you think about it?
Yeah, I like it, man. I'm a Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's The Chronic is the first album I ever bought. So anybody who works with him, everybody who's down with him, I love. I've always loved. But here's the thing: I don't even like many of Kendrick's albums. I'll like a single here or there. I think he's got 3 good albums, and I think this album is one of those 3.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears again for the $5 super chat. Thank you for your support, Jeremy Sears. Much love and appreciation to you, brother. Hall of Fame member, Patreon member, legend in this space. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, bro. All right, so the link should be in the call-in chat, and I pinned it. So call in now, brothers. Uzuma, can you turn your camera on in the background, please, for a couple seconds, just so I know you're not a troll and you're actually a brother. I don't see you, bro. I need to see your. Yep, you're good, brother. Thank you. You are a brother. Thank you, man. And let me bring in Mr. Uzuma. Mr. Uzuma, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I'm doing fantastic, bro. Do you have any questions for our guest, Mr. Uzuma?
Yes, I do. I'm 21 years old. I live in New York, and I found about this movement of black men getting their passport. I think about 6 months ago. So I've always my mindset has literally just been get your passport and experience life, because I believe all black men should get their passport. Because it's a definite.
Sorry, bro. There's some music playing in your background and copyright. I don't want you to come over to me. I was hearing some Al Green in the back. These fellas on it, yeah, and I like Al Green. He's a very good singer, So, brother, can you turn that off, please? I don't want no copyright strikes in the channel. Let me unmute you now. Yes, I think it's gone now. Thank you, Azuma.
Yeah. So I believe every black man should definitely get their passport. It definitely is an eye opener. And I first off wanted to say thank you so much for what you're doing for us, brother. Inviting all these people that travel the world and opening our eyes. And a question I have is height. Does height matter outside of the U.S.? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm about 5'5", 5'6". I do work out, so I try to combat that. But is height an issue outside of the U.S.?
Make it geared towards Italy, Tommy-san, just so we're on the last topic, brother.
Okay, I would find Italian women. Well, I'm 6'1", and I didn't see any men or women near my height. So I think your height isn't going to play a big difference, because Italian men aren't that tall. So you're going to fit within the average and you would be fine. And I think the height thing sometimes I feel is and this is speaking as a tall guy, sometimes I feel is maybe overblown, because you see women with shorter guys all the time. My short homies have dope girls on their arms. They're married to dope taller girls. Yeah. Sometimes there's exceptions to the rule, and I get it that it could get to you in your head, and you just you see all the tall guys doing what you want. But I think it's your attitude, man.
Yeah.
But again, I'm speaking as a tall guy, so what do I know, right? Mm-hmm. That's not fair for me to say that, I guess.
I know. The thing is, I mean, in America, well, I'm not saying it's impossible to get a woman, when you're short.
Of course.
It's just that you definitely do have to work a little bit more harder, and you do have to be extremely confident. That's something I definitely will vouch for that, because I live in college. I live in a dorm in school, and I've gone with a couple of girls, but it was just like I was very more. I didn't like my attitude is that I don't give a fuck. So I'm like,
Hey, no swearing, brother. I always swearing, brother. Please, no swearing.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm very, very more nonchalant and and such like that. So I'm just wondering if if that attitude of, you know, not caring, is that a turnoff outside of the US, or should I act more proper? How is it like over there, brother?
I think in Italy, and I'll just do a little bit of bleeding. It's not fair. I'll say Europe. I will say maybe not the UK. I've never heard that conversation come up as far as like, I need a guy that's tall. I need a guy that's this. Whereas I can say that about living in Japan. Japanese girls do say that. I've never heard from any of the European women I've met care about that.
Okay. Perfect.
Now, I do know there's cultures that do care, and you hear it. You know it. You know, we're in America. You hear it. It's literally a meme. But I think Italian men were too short. Like, besides Scandinavia and the Netherlands, most Europeans are going to be around your height.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear.
So what was that, brother? The Netherlands and what other country?
Scandinavia. So you get to all the
Yeah.
Viking countries, Norway, Finland, Sweden, and Denmark. Like, there you'll get women and men that are 6 foot something.
Mm.
And it's they kind of want you to be like their people.
Yeah, that makes sense. Another question I have is dinner. I know in American culture, sometimes you know, there's a whole thing about not taking women on dinner dates in American culture, but I mean, I like to take people on dinner dates. You know, I mean, you know, how is it like over there in Italy? Is it like a more of a culture thing to take out a woman, to court a woman, compared to, you know, America?
Now, unfortunately, I don't have that experience, but I know dinner starts late, and it's a big thing to just kind of, you get with your friends. I was hanging out with my friends, and 9 o'clock we start eating. Like, we'll get somewhere, we'll just start eating, and I can imagine that's what the dating culture is like. You know, you finish work, you go home, you do what you need to do, you head out at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. when everybody's out. And I could imagine that that's like a big part of the dating culture there. But with the Italian women that I met, I was a tourist and I wasn't really playing by those rules. And it was summer vacation and everything was shut down anyway.
Yeah.
So my experience was just a little bit different.
All right. Thank you very much, Uzuma. And let's go on to another caller. Thank you, brother.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thank you. Put yourself on mute, brother. Okay, I'll come at you if there's time. It depends on the support I get on the stream. Ninja55, can you turn your camera on for a few seconds just so I know you're actually a brother? Thank you, brother. Confirmed. Can you turn your camera off, please? Let me bring in Mr. Ninja55. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, IP? Nothing much. Hey, what's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
Do you have any
Oh.
questions regarding Italy and Italian women, brother?
Oh, yes, I do. The first question I would like to know is, have you ever been to Sicily, or you just stayed in Rome?
So the furthest south I went was Capri, and I think Capri is still quite far from Sicily. And I do think there were some Sicilians in Capri, definitely, because they were darker. Maybe I'm being stereotypical, but the guys had like gold chains, the old fat Italian dudes. Maybe they were mafia, which I guess is from Sicily. Again, I'm being super stereotypical right now, but that's the furthest south that I went. I unfortunately didn't get to go to Sicily, but I want to remedy that soon.
Oh, wow. Oh, and also you said the woman over there, the woman in Italy, they're submissive and everything.
I think because of the Catholicism, you're going to get that way more than like what do we call Western countries, like a Protestant more background. You're going to get that, and they're not all about, at least like in the media, you don't see this whole like girl power, like women getting together for like, what do you call it, causes and stuff like that. Like I like to watch TV when I go to different countries, and like in America, you get all these things about like doing this for this group, doing this for this group, and I didn't see that a lot in Italy. I didn't see that at all on TV. So I just don't think you get those unless it's like a big thing that's going on internationally, like the Harvey Weinstein thing that went on, but I don't think the women would be anything but like more conservative, more feminine, more submissive because that's their culture.
Wow, that's
Okay.
good.
All right. Thank you, Ninja55.
All right.
I appreciate you, bro. Unless you have any more question.
Oh, one more question. Why is it so expensive to go to Italy? Because that's I want to go there, but it's expensive.
Get Skyscanner, find a cheaper flight. Skyscanner is the app to get a cheap flight, and try to get a long stay. I don't know how long you typically stay. There's always a way to find like a cheap deal out there. I don't pay full price. Figure things out. Fly on a weekday. But when you get there, go to a grocery store and shop. Don't do the whole restaurant thing all the time. If you go to a grocery store and cook it at your hostel or Airbnb, you will save so much money. Then find a girl to teach you how to cook. Tell her that you tried.
Okay,
Tell her that
thanks.
you tried.
Okay. Thank you, Ninja55.
No problem.
Thanks, Ninja.
No problem, bro.
John Wallace, can you turn your camera on in the background just so I know you're not a troll? Nope. I can't see you, John. Oh, you're that troll. Ban.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a troll. This laptop is acting up. All right, let me bring in the field view. Yeah, you're confirmed, brother. Thank you, bro. What's going on in the field view? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm just enjoying this live stream. I was glad I could catch it yesterday. I just had that company stuff going on, but yeah, this has been great. This is a fantastic stream as always. You always represent IP. I'm appreciative of that, and thank you to the guests. I mean, this is some great intel that you're giving us about Italy. How long did you say that you stayed there? I did miss the very, very beginning of it, so I didn't get any of like the sort of like opener, like preliminary details. But how long did you say that you stayed there?
Yeah, I was there for 3 weeks. I went there for vacation with an ex-girlfriend, and we broke up as soon as we landed. So I was free. I had a free 3 weeks.
Kind of. I mean, it sounds kind of bad, but that's hilarious that you got there and was just free.
It was bad for 2 minutes, and then I got on that bus, and I had the biggest smile, so it wasn't that bad.
Oh yeah. No, I can understand that. So what were? I mean, I always ask this sort of like housekeeping question, but what were the costs there? I mean, I know that question just got asked just now, but like, did you stay in an Airbnb? Like, did it run you something crazy? I know that you did Skyscanner. I'm not really concerned about tickets, but what were the general costs? Just like roughly, like if you were to give me I guess you could say like I don't know, like a ballpark, like how much would I need per week?
So my answer, you're gonna hate it. You're really gonna hate it.
No, I'm probably not.
That ex-girlfriend who I broke up with, her dad paid for everything.
Oh.
I spent nothing but my time there.
Okay. I mean,
so
that's good for you.
I can't really tell you. Yeah, well, it was. But to answer your question, I unfortunately don't. But I will say, okay, you're saying how much per week?
Yeah, in terms of like, okay, well, let's just exclude like the room and board. Let's talk about just like activities and like, I know that you said that you like got groceries for this lovely lady that cooked you food and stuff like that. How much did all of that cost? Like, if you were to like extrapolate that out for like 7 days.
God. So, of like doing grocery, you're gonna cook your food 2 meals every day. Like groceries are cheap in Italy. If you go to a market, you can get all of your vegetables. You can get your meat if you go to a butcher that's usually attached to some market. You could get away with spending barely anything. Like that's, I think, if you get an Airbnb that has a kitchen, that is how you travel. You're going to spend the least money. Google how to cook some food and take a cooking class if you have a free day and just make something fun. But yeah, like I don't think you could spend too much. But Italy, I think, has some of the most expensive tourist traps.
Okay,
I
so
think
stay away from the area, the touristy areas. Just try to find local stuff. Okay.
Yes. I would try to find, like, if you go to like a small local restaurant, you'll spend, like, let's say 8 to 10, 12 euros for pasta, glass of wine. If you get water, it'll go up because water, you have to pay for your water.
What?
If it's gas
Okay.
water, you pay more. Yeah, water's not free. Summertime, you pay more to be sat in an air conditioned place. And that's
Okay.
only in touristy places. So
Oh,
that's a big trap. You'll pay a $3 sitting fee just because they have air conditioning on. So
right.
I would say avoid those. Go to the local places. You'll spend 8 to 12 euros for a good meal that'll keep you full. You do that in Rome, especially close to the Vatican. It's really expensive. You'll spend 30, 35. That's what I was paying for a meal for just me.
Okay. So just not do that. Okay, understood.
It's no. Yeah, it's a big no.
Okay. All right. Awesome. What about like I can't remember in the stream if you talked about how you approached some people. Was it just all like social media, like dating apps or stuff like that, or like what was your approach like?
So I didn't go into this story, but I did meet a girl on this app called Scout.
Okay. Oh yeah. You briefly said that because like some Italian guys told you about Scout.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, and I matched with a few girls, but it was it just didn't really go anywhere. A lot of them didn't speak English, but one girl I ended up we did go out. I ended up meeting her coworkers. They were having like a night out.
Okay.
And it was at some restaurant that they cleared the tables out, and then suddenly old people were dancing to disco music.
Okay.
And I'm like, I literally signed up for this. I met this girl, and this is where they decided to go, but they didn't expect that. Apparently, it's just like normally a restaurant, and that night was just the Italian version of bingo night. And we were just having a good laugh, and we were drinking and watching these old people dance, and ended up going home with this girl, but I met her on that app Scout.
Why?
Otherwise,
yeah,
just on the street, girls hear me talk, they can tell I'm American, and that would just be like, oh, you're American, like, where are you from?
Oh, okay. So no skill necessary, they approach.
Most of the time, yeah. The only time it's just, I'd say where skill came in is just what to do with the conversation once they're in front of you.
Oh yeah, obviously. You gotta be a normal human.
Yeah. And not creepy, not weird, but
Yeah.
I think it'll take you far to have an accent they don't expect. I think we're black, so they expect an African accent. And once we don't, their demeanor will change. And it's kind of gross because you're like, oh, now that you know I'm not African, now you want to smile? Now you want to twirl your hair in front of me? That's kind of gross because then you get your African friends that go through that.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be awkward. Yeah.
It's really weird when you're with your African friends and like the girls talk to you because you're American and they're not. And they speak the native language better than you. Now, if you don't care about their feelings, then you're doing good if you're American there.
Yeah.
Just to get the ice broken, right?
I'm curious as to why the Italian guys they recommended Scout as opposed to any other like dating app. Did they tell you that or?
You know what? I literally thought I was being scammed. I thought they were going to take my money. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get Scout, whatever. And I got it, and I found out it was like, I guess it's a California-based company.
Oh.
And I didn't know that. I thought it was an Italian app. So I got it, and I don't know why they told me that. I guess that's just what's big there, or was there at that time. This was 2013, I guess. And that's Tinder was out. Tinder had been out, and Tinder was huge all over the world. But for some reason, they told me Scout. Like all of them just swore by it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Thank you. Any more questions in field view or?
I was gonna. I mean, I know that you wanted to keep it like strictly to Italy, but I was curious about the Italian woman that you met in Japan. Is that cool? IP?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Wasn't that somebody else who I didn't talk about it in particular, but I know somebody who.
Well,
sent
I mean, I said
donation.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody did it. It was you.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought I was under the assumption that you met Italian people, women there.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. My bad.
So you said you met him in Tokyo or?
Yeah. Yep, in Tokyo.
Okay. What were they? I mean, were they just like there on some sort of like study trip or like
They
just tourist?
work
Oh,
for Japanese companies. They work for Rakuten. One girl that I know, she's a recruiter.
oh, okay.
I know an artist there. She teaches students
Oh,
how to paint.
I always love those alternative job like foreigners in Japan. Like those
Oh
are
yeah.
always like the coolest people. I don't know why. It's just like, oh, you're not a teacher. That's dope. All right.
Were the
I
Italian
was a
women
teacher.
were the Italian
Oh
women in
yeah, yeah.
Japan checking for brothers?
The ones
Well,
that I met.
okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. Please.
No, I mean, so I was just gonna say the ones that I met, they were totally into me, and they were no, I mean they were like she was like giving choosing signals like real hard, like, and I was with someone at the time, so obviously I was just like nah, but yeah, she was making it really clear, and it was she was actually also doing that. I don't know if like feistiness is a way that they flirt,
Yep,
but
I
yeah,
think so.
I was thinking that too. But yeah, she was definitely like a lot feistier towards me than anybody else. And at first, I was just like, in America, that's sort of like a weird. That's like used to push someone away, but she didn't
Exactly.
use that in the way that normal, like American, like white people do. So I don't know. I was like confused by it at first, and I was like, oh, she's trying to. I see you. What's good?
No,
Uh,
from what my friend that's married to an Italian woman out there, from the Italian women I've met in Tokyo or whatever, I literally think that is their game. Like you said, is to be a bit feisty, and it's like, can the guy handle that? Then they're like, but it's not every Italian woman, but it's a lot.
oh yeah.
That's their thing. The ones that are out and about trying to look for guys, I think that might be a little test or a game for them, because it's
Okay.
common. It's a common story.
What
All
about
right.
what about you? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've got to go to the next caller. Sorry,
Okay.
brothers.
Oh, no, you're good.
Harold Goodman, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're actually a brother and you're not a troll? You are a troll and you're getting banned, idiot.
Wow.
Let me bring in a black guy. Thank you. Hey, black guy.
Now it's our turn. Now it's our turn.
Hello, how's it going, guys? Thank you for having me
How
on.
you doing, man?
Good.
How you doing, brother? You okay?
My question was, when it comes to native Italian women, are they as thick in the behind area compared to American Italian women?
Ooh, man, because I've seen some thick Italian American women.
Yeah,
I think in America they're probably going to be way thicker.
really?
Yeah, maybe the unhealthy kind. Because I felt in Italy, like, yeah, there were some girls that had like a bigger waist, but I did notice girls that had a thinner waist, but like big thighs and a big butt and like nice chest on her. Whereas out here, it's kind of like a barrel going over to Niagara. Like,
Yeah,
Italian women here are big.
interesting. So you're saying
That's what I feel.
you do find big behinds in like native Italy, but
Oh yeah,
is it rare or is it like a prevalent thing?
As me from LA who sees big butts often, I felt at home. It's quite a lot. I don't want to put out a number, but I was going to say like a third of the women I saw had something to look back at as they walk past you.
That's surprising, actually.
It's
I think
the
they would be
food.
more of a slender build.
It's the carbs. It's the carbs and walking up steps. They're getting their glutes up. I don't know what it is, but I saw it.
Okay. And I had one
Yeah,
other
man.
question. I know a lot of Italian Americans are more argumentative. I think you guys were kind of speaking on that previously, like that fiery kind of attitude. Is it the same with native Italians?
I think that's where they got it from.
Oh God. Okay.
I just think that's their communicative style. Like, that's what grandma did with grandpa. I've seen it. I've seen grandmas and grandpas shouting at each other. They like run a flower shop together and they're shouting instead of just talking, but they're not saying anything rude, I guess, because they're not fighting and separating. I think it's kind of like how we see how like Chinese people, how it sounds like really rude and aggressive, but it's just their way. I think that's what seeing Italians like fight and be that feisty and aggressive, they're not going to blows, right? You know, they're not punching each other. So I
Right.
think that they're just that's just how they go, and you've got to adapt to it if you want to get an Italian woman like that. But again, not all of them are like that.
Okay.
Some may have been raised in America and know they got to tone that down.
Yeah. For some reason, I still see that as pretty toxic, but I guess since that's their culture, it's more understandable.
Yeah. But then they look at us, and there's how many things can you point out America and say that we're toxic? You just got to find that, like, you just got to find the lanes to, like, how can we not be as toxic together?
All right. Thank you, guys.
You know, America's full of
Thanks, man.
toxic nonsense. You know, I was hearing that new Kendrick
Man.
song, "We Cry Together," and it was just
Yes.
it's
Just
crazy,
going
man.
at it, just shouting at each other for 6 minutes over
Saying
an
the
alchemist
N-word,
beat.
N-word disc coming from a woman's mouth.
Stop.
I turn that off. Right? As soon as I heard the N-word
It's stressful.
5 times within 15 seconds, I turn it off. You know, a lot of brothers don't really care about their image. You know, what good
Yeah.
do you get by screaming out the N-word like that every couple seconds? That when people who are white, Indian, Chinese, Japanese hear that, because not only black people listen to rap music, people who are not
Right.
black listen to it as well. And it's like these guys don't have any sort of social sense or any sort of awareness as to the consequences of saying a powerful, demeaning word like that constantly on records. Very, very stupid people. And I'm not trying to be offensive here, but it's like they don't think, you know? You won't see me
It's
saying that in a setting like that, especially when you have a global audience. What's going on there in America, bro? Honestly, some
man,
nonsense going on
I've
there.
been around the world, and I have heard lots of non-black kids use the N-word when they're rapping songs, and they think that they can just walk up to you and say it. And it's not in this like, hey, N-word, like, get out of my city. It's literally they're trying to talk like they think we talk like that. I've heard it from people all over the world. They'll come up and, what's up, N-word? And I'm like, excuse me? Little blonde
It's
hair, whatever, Jaeger from Germany? Really?
crazy, you know?
But
And
we sell it. We sell it.
yeah, you sell that. Yeah, it's like they sold out that word, and there was no need to do that. You know, there's no need to apparently take it as a term of endearment. You don't see other groups of people doing that. You know, I don't respect that
That's
in
a
any
whole
shape or
other
form.
topic.
And if they are
Yeah,
doing
that's
that, they're not putting it on records or in films every time. You know, you watch the latest black TV show Snowfall, or the Power series by 50 Cent, throwing the N
right.
word there. But when I watch Latino shows, they're not calling themselves Latino slurs. Yeah, they may do it, but they'll do it personally
Right.
amongst themselves, and they're not going to make it mainstream. It's like we're not thinking right. A lot of black people, we're not thinking right, man.
America's history is so diverse, dirty. Like my mother grew up in segregated South. My dad did. You know, I see the pain. They don't use the word, but I think what Americans do are trying to just take some type of power, because that word has taken down so many Black Americans that our grandparents have been hurt by that word. And I just think it's just the generation before me just try to take the power and be like, you know what, we can't let our parents see that word take us down. I
But
don't use it, but that's just
right.
that's one thing I think they take it.
No sensible person is calling black people the N-word randomly. You know,
That's a great
for
point.
example, it's just not happening. Like compared to where
That's a great
in the
point.
50s. So it
Yeah,
would make
that's a
sense
great
for
point.
it to be a word that is a taboo, that anyone that says it is a career ender. Because
Yeah,
in the 90s, early 2000s, I wasn't hearing that word by anyone. It was very well known that that word is a very bad word. Don't say it. Then rap music comes
interesting.
around and they start spewing it all around. I'm thinking, what are these guys doing? You know, what are these guys doing?
And it's used so much now that it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah,
It's that's what they wanted, but I find it weird. I find it weird going to hearing European kids say it, because they think that's how we talk every day here. And I'm here in LA, and people do say it. People do talk like that, but not every Black person.
crazy. You know, hey, Mexicans who look as who are brown or white skinned say that in Houston, in LA, and it's like, what's going on there? And that's why we don't get no respect all around the world. That's why I've always said this: black people are the biggest running joke in the entire goddamn world. You know, not keeping it real, bro.
No. I want to have like a 2-hour debate on this. This is a great topic.
It's things like that that makes me very angry. And then you wonder why a lot of black men, young black boys have low self-esteem. If you're going to continue calling yourself a racial slur, people will see you that way.
Oh, it looks like. Sorry, I'm looking in a private chat, and there's somebody that wanted to talk about what you're talking about now.
Okay. Oh man, I was going to end the stream, but it looks like we can go on.
Oh damn,
brothers, can we please?
No, your topic is great.
Because time is money. I know I should be sleeping right now. You know, it's 4:28 p.m. Sorry, 4:28 a.m. in the UK. If you want me to carry on, please send support to the channel, because I can't be doing all these streams. I ain't getting support, and I'm tired as hell. I got things to do in my own personal life as well. So if you want me to stay on longer, please send support. I will stay on for 10 more minutes. If we go beyond 10 minutes, I'm cool with that. But you've always got to support the channel, brothers. You know. So let me bring in J Bones. Can you turn your camera on in the background real quick, bro? This way I know you're actually a brother and you're not some troll. Yes, that's you, J Bones. Thank you, brother. You actually are a brother. Zach, can you turn your camera on in the background, Zach, so I know you actually are a brother and not a goddamn troll? You are a troll, Zach, so you're going on ban. F off, you idiot.
Poor Zach.
All right, so I got Thomas. I see Thomas. I saw you, Thomas. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Jeremy Sears for the $5 super chat. Thank you for your support, Jeremy Sears. Again, this brother's he's throwing shots like LeBron did back in Miami Heat, man, in 2012. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy says, thank you, brother. For the support. Matt Battle, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. Great point, IP. That white dude, H3 trolling F and F was saying it blatantly and not like no one said anything. What?
Does that mean?
The white dude throwing the N-word from H3, trolling Fresh and Fit. And Fresh and Fit, those boys dropped that word too much as well in their podcasts. You know, it's a joke now. There are other words you can say aside from the N-word and just throwing it, oh, N-word this, N-word that. Why not say dude or brother? It's a joke, man. I want to get out of the West as soon as possible. It's just
I say dude all the time because I'm from I was a skater and surfer. Even though I've got cousins that are thugs and are in jail for being thugs, and their kids are going to be thugs. But I say dude all the time, and I've been fine. I get called different words from my community, but we're all cool at the end of the day.
It's like these guys don't think that when you have your own black children and you're growing up in a world where you want to make the N-word non-sensitive, how are you going to feel when some non-black kid calls your black son or black daughter the N-word? You know, he has rap music. He sees the culture when he sees Mexicans like Tekashi 6ix9ine dropping the N-word, disrespecting black men, sending black men to jail. It's some sort of nonsense going on in America and in the UK too. It's just tiring, man.
I think we've kind of dug ourselves in a hole that we can't get out of.
Yeah, we really can't get out of it because I don't know whose idea it was to make that word non-sensitive. Trust me, bro. I'm gonna have a stream on this next week.
That's a great topic, man. You just opened up. You got people ready to chat with you on that.
Shout out to Jeremy Sears for the $10 super chat again. Thank you, brother. Much love to you, Jeremy Sears. Always supporting the channel. Much love to you, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the stream, IP. Thank you, brother, for your support. Means a lot to me, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Matt Battle for the $4.99 super chat. IP blocking these trolls is hilarious. Yes, indeed, man. We can't let these trolls disrupt real conversations between brothers and black men. Thank you, Matt Battle. So it's Thomas, I see you. Hold on, Thomas. Let me bring in J Bones. I know J Bones has dated Italian women in the past, so he's got some good insight on here. And let me bring him in. Mr. J Bones, how you doing, brother? Long time no speak.
God is great and the paper is straight. What's up, IP?
What's up, Mr. J Bones? A long time, brother. Are you well? Are you healthy? How are things, brother? Everything okay?
Yeah, man. It's just so I got a lot of work, man. So from time to time, I'll just check in and see how you guys are doing. It's a great stream, man. You guys killed it tonight.
Hey, thank you, J Bones. Your words mean a lot. So if it's great, it definitely is great. Welcome back, Mr. J Bones. J Bones, do you want to add insight regarding Italian women? Do you have any questions for our guests, or maybe you deal with Italian women personally that you want to chime in on, brother?
Yeah, that was I would say my college days. Definitely, it was. It's they're they're always the thing about the Italian girls on my P is like I don't even know how to. That's what they. It's. I don't know what it is with Italian girls like people. I'm gonna tell you something. They could be the greatest thing in the world, or they can be the devil at the same time. That's pretty much just how they are. Yeah, they could be the greatest thing in the world, or it could be the devil. You can't get it all the way through IP, but they are some fine though. They are. That's the one thing I'm telling you. Italian girls. Even it's funny too because here's the thing, IP. Even the ones that live here. Now, if you want to get, with some great, if you want to get the real thing, I suggest you go over there. I've been to Italy one time, but unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to stay. We were just transiting. It was my first time when I was going to Egypt. I stayed in Italy for we were just like, I think it was like less than 48 hours. Very beautiful place. Got a chance to roll around in Rome a little bit. Um, but yeah, you if you're gonna catch the experience, just get them over there. We got some Italians here too, but the best experience is to engage with the ones over there. They are magnificently beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
they are a real headache though. They can be a headache, but they fine as hell. I ain't gonna lie about that IP. They it's something about it. They different. They are different. And about what's his name? It's funny too, because like the aggression thing to IP sometimes is just the way that they operate. You understand what I'm saying? Like they talk like that. They talk like that. It's like part of their culture. It's like you would think they were arguing with each other, but they're really not. It's just a normal conversation that they're having. Like when you're around Germans and Germans are speaking their language, listen to the German language. It sounds like they're about to have a fight. It sounds like there's about to be a serious fist fight, but that's just how they talk to each other, you know. But yeah, it's if you're gonna get one or if you're gonna get the experience, I suggest you go over there. I've seen some girls in my time IP, but the Italians they top rank. I'll put them. The attitude is what bothers me sometimes with them. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be a real different type of real different type of species to handle that. But as far as beauty, yeah, they right there. IP. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. J Bones. Thank you, brother. Anything else, J Bones? Any questions, or is that
No,
shall
no,
we
no,
move
no.
on?
Just shout out to all the brothers, man. Shout out to the guests, man.
Thanks, man.
Uh, everybody, everybody. It's he put everything together pretty well. Like I was listening from the beginning. And I was like, yeah, he put everything together really, really well. Like I like when people come up here and they're 100% honest about the experience that you're gonna get. No sugarcoating, no nothing, no this or that. But yeah, I like that. I like that at all. Now, shout out to the usual suspects, man. Shout out to my brother Thomas Demingham and Conrad and Nate Callie and everybody joining in, man. Shout out to you too, IP.
Thank you for that, Mr. J Bones. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears again for the support. Jeremy, you're on one tonight. Appreciate you, bro. You're like Messi. You're like Messi Junior's peak right now, man. Banging in goals in the top corner and scoring 91 goals in one season, in 1 year. Sorry. Thank you, bro. I have a former friend. We lost touch 10 years ago who moved to LA and got signed to a label. He told me the industry wants the N word out there and the culture. What?
Yep.
Especially among the youth. How does the industry? What do you mean by that, Jeremy? Says the industry.
Look at Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. I think he has a video on YouTube about that. There was this big meeting in the 90s that Bone Thugs and Harmony and a few other rap groups were put together from white executives that were like, get that word out, get Thug Talk out, because we need to fill for-profit jails with black people so we can get free labor.
That can't be right.
No, no, no.
YouTube it right now.
It's about
Yeah,
the propaganda. It's a form of mind control. It's not like direct. It's not like how they show it in the cartoons, but it's certainly a part of how they constrain Black people.
Yes.
That's a part of what they try to make cool, and having it out there as if it's cool makes it to where most normal brothers and sisters don't have any ability to differentiate between, whether or not they're being controlled or they're in control. So that's basically what it is.
yeah. What's his name? IP.
Go on,
Let me
J-Bones.
let me try and let me keep it real short. If you ever take time out IP and you're just sitting back chilling, I want you to do something, and you'll notice where we are in this world and how everything is planned against us. Right? Just kick your feet up real quick when you get a chance on Google. Google all the people that own the record labels, the abundance of hip hop record labels like Columbia Records or Sony Records and stuff like that. Look at all the CEOs and look at all the people that are the top owners and the ownership. And then go to Google and then type in all the people that own the private prisons in America. You would be very shocked.
Yeah.
Same people. Same people.
Disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. There was a meeting a couple of years ago, about 5 or 6 years back, and he's people say he's a controversial figure, but if you like the truth, he tells the truth. What's his name? Minister Farrakhan did a meeting one time in Chicago, and he said he brought out the paperwork. He showed it to everybody. Every big record label, every big hip hop record label, is somehow owned by every big private prison corporation, the top and the head. Whoever owns the largest percentage of private prisons here in America also owned all the hip hop labels. If you're confused about that, then I can just tell you're trying to hide your ignorance. You're just trying to hide your ignorance. Exactly. Like I remember IP, like when I was a kid, my dad used to beat me for saying the N-word. This one we just moved here from Africa, so I wanted to be hip. This is the 90s, and we're all walking around listening to DMX, and we're listening to gangster rap and Fat Joe. And let me tell you something. The first time my dad saw me listening to DMX, he gave me a butt whipping that I never forgot. That was back in the 90s, and I still remember it till today. I never said it. Like till today, I barely say, like, sometimes when I'm even by myself and I'm listening to music, I barely even say it. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that we have to eradicate completely out of the culture.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Thank you, J-Bones. I think it started from, like, I may be wrong here, but when NWA came out, started spewing N-word songs in the early 90s, that's when it went downhill. Before that, Slick Rick, Rakim, I didn't hear the N-word on there. So I don't know what happened in the 90s, early 90s. But Jeremy said the same, that there was a meeting by industry heads to push out that word. That's very disgusting. We got to do something about it, because I'm just sick of hearing that word. Thank you, Jeremy says, appreciate you, bro. If that's what happened, then that's what happened, brother. And I agree with you on that. Thank you, bro. Mr. Theo WAF in the building. Theo WAF, what's up, brother, for the $50 super chat. Theo, thank you very much for the hefty donation, brother. It means a lot to me. Thank you, brother. He says, Italian women are utterly amazing. I highly recommend for the brothers here. Theo, please call in to speak about your experiences with Italian women. That would be greatly appreciated, Theo. Hope you're well and keeping safe. Much love to you, brother Theo. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, brother, heavily. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Matt Battle for the $499 super chat. Great intel, J Bones. Yes, indeed. Thank you, J Bones, for the intel. Italian women are def top tier. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for that, Matt Battle. Much love to you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Thomas Demihin for the £1.79 super chat. The N-word has been socially accepted in the West. Yes, indeed, unfortunately. And on that note, let me bring in the legend, the incredible brother, Mr. Thomas Demihin. Thomas, how you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Thomas. You good?
Awesome, bro. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. It's been a lively chat. We got over 75 people watching, so it's been a success today, brother, regarding the Italian woman. So I can't complain, brother. Right, but what's on your mind, Thomas, regarding the Italian woman? And of course, I know you want to chime in on the N-word. The floor is yours, brother.
And the past, I've dealt with Italian women, and yeah, they're top tier. When I was at university, it was a black Italian chick.
Ooh.
Yeah. I dated her. She was really good. Unfortunately, IP, she was tainted by the
Oh.
culture.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she became a modern woman. Unfortunately,
Oh man.
yeah,
The culture got her.
yeah. So the culture,
The
the
culture
UK
got her.
Gotta watch out for the culture. The culture will get you. Kendrick says that multiple times on his album. The culture.
Mm.
Yeah, bro. Like, brother Tommy, bro. Like, the culture got her like that. I'm like, oh, she was one of the good ones as well. But it was alright. Yeah, it was a learning lesson for me because I was at university back then. So yeah, Italian women, they're top tier. I've been to Italy 2 times. I've been to Rome and I've been to Venice. I'll say this: Rome is better than Venice. Venice was boring, and the women in Venice, the women in Venice were not as good as the women in Rome. So yeah, women in Rome, top quality. I want to go to Florence next time, Firenze. So
My favorite city in the world.
oh, awesome.
Oh yeah, gorgeous city. Gorgeous city.
Did you
How?
experience any racism in Italy, Thomas?
No,
Okay.
no. I didn't experience any racism at all. No, no, mm-mm, no racism. No, they're actually the Italian people are actually very friendly. To be honest, very friendly. Yeah, they're all kind. They're all kind to me. I met a couple of black Italians. They're good people. But yeah, Firenze is my next destination, and whenever I want to go to Italy. But onto this topic, IP.
Mhm.
Yeah, the N word has been socially accepted in the West, unfortunately, because um, there's this crazy.